might hear a little bit of the music that they're playing in the background, but you might not even hear it at all. So today I want to talk about, is it really important and if it's necessary to have a niche or a niche. People pronounce it different ways, right? Niche, same thing. Basically, it's a targeted audience, a specific problem or a group of people that you're speaking to is is important when it comes to marketing pretty much only. That's because when you're writing your copies, when you're sharing your offer, you want to be able to speak to a group of people that they can relate to. They can be like us. They're reading what you're offering or what the problem you're trying to present to them to help them solve. Then they'll be like, oh my gosh, you're speaking to me, the plane. There's an airport right next to me as well. So it is important when it comes to messaging. And actually, I'm a life coach, a certified life coach with the Life Coach School. And Brooke Castillo has always taught that general life coaching is actually a niche. Basically, we were taught how to coach everybody on everything. But then when it comes to marketing, if you're trying to speak to everybody and you're trying to market to everybody, then you're talking to nobody, right? Nobody can relate to your message and they're like, okay, is it going to be for me? So you kind of want to be specific when it comes to marketing. But then if you've noticed a lot of the programs, you might get drawn to one of the ads that you saw or a speaker and their message is you can really relate to, and especially if they say, oh, this is for coaches or moms or entrepreneurs or work from home, single dads, single moms, then you'd be like, okay, they're speaking to me. But then once you're in their program or once you actually working with those people, service providers especially, you'll realize that they really do cover pretty much everything. Like Tony Robbins, he has specific programs when he's sharing about like his weight loss thing or his supplements, then he's going to be talking about supplements specifically for people who are into health and wellness, right? But then there's his other programs about money, about just all these different other things. But once you're in his program, you'll see that it really does have everything, and especially if you're in his membership for all those different things. It's the same thing for coaching. You might see an ad for a specific, like lose 10 pounds or lose, get to that specific goal. But then once you're in there, once you're getting the program about losing that many pounds, you're going to be hearing about like mindset things, about routines, about meeting goals. You'll hear all these other topics within the stuff. So really, because I know a lot of coaches too, and especially if you have listened to the Life Coach School podcast, you'll hear a lot of coaches have started out just being a general life coach. And that is the thing. A general life coach, meaning I actually really like general life coaching, is because sometimes when I go for a coaching session, when I talk to a coach, I don't know what I want to coach on that day. Or sometimes certain things just bother me and I wanted to, talk to somebody about it. I want coached on. So it doesn't have to be, I really don't want to have a weight loss coach, a mindset coach, a business coach, a this coach, a that coach, a relationship coach, a marriage coach, a parenting coach. That's all day I'm going to be getting coached. That is exhausting. Isn't it great that if you have just one coach that could coach you on all these different things and still help you reach your goals? I'm not saying every time you speak to that one coach, you're going to end up, working on a million things at once. That's not what I'm saying. Of course, you can structure it. Maybe 3 weeks we'll work on this thing, and then we meet this goal, and then we move on to the next one, right? Or during certain times, certain topics come up, and you need it to some coaching at that moment on something totally different, and you still, that one coach who knows you already can help you with that specific thing, can help you with your mindset regarding this. Sorry about the plane. So hopefully this helps. Yeah, when it comes to marketing, especially if you're running ads on social media, definitely niche down. It's because it's going to be really helping you to draw your people in. And don't be afraid to niche down, is because you're going to attract other people that are not in your niche as well. And you're actually going to get more of the the more following and people who can relate to you and everything else. So that is all for today. I go on live every single day on this platform. If you like what I've been watching, please subscribe and then share with others. Before I jumped on this live, I was 3 away from 300 subscribers. So I really appreciate it if you would do the subscribe button for me and then share with others so I can hit my goal of 300 by Sunday. But honestly, I think I can reach that by today. What do you think, guys? You think I can reach 300 followers by the end of today? All right, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.